In the previous video in this series, we looked at how to create a simple shape like this using Loft in Autodesk Inventor. I started with a rectangle on one end, a circle on the other end, and then used Loft to create a solid between them. In this video, we're going to look at how to cut using Loft and a few different ways that we can do that. Let's just delete this Loft that is on here, and we'll start working directly on this extrusion. This is just a rectangle 3 inches by 4 inches that we have extruded 2 inches thick. So let's start sketching on here so we can create our first cut with Loft. I'm going to put a new sketch on the top. And this can be any shape that we want. I'm just going to start with a center point rectangle here just to keep it quick and easy. Put that rectangle there with some dimensions, finish that sketch, and then I'm going to go around and look at the other side of the block. Again, create any shape that I want here. We'll put a circle on this side. Let's make it a small circle at 1/2 inch. Finish that sketch. So now I have these two sketches, a rectangle on one side, a circle on the other side. And then when I click on Loft, I just come and click that first sketch. Because we have just that one simple single profile, the dashed lines in there, the construction lines, they don't count. So Inventor sees that one rectangle and goes ahead and selects all of that. In the next video, we'll dig in a little bit into to how we make our selections over here if we have more complicated geometry. But when we have that one simple sketch, it selects that rectangle. Let's go around to the other side and we can click on that circle. And when we say OK, oh, I see I have a problem. The reason is that I still have it set on join material when I need to cut. There we go. Now it is cutting material. It's taken the shape on one side, the rectangle that we started with, and cut down to the circle on the far side. Let's start a new part and do something a little bit different. We'll go ahead and just create another block here. But this time I do not want to cut all the way through this part. I'm going to go ahead and put a rectangle on here. I'm going to make this one a 2-point rectangle and then give it some dimensions off each side of the block. There we go. I have that rectangle inset 1/4 inch all the way around. The way I set up those dimensions, I could come in here and change that number and change the offset from the ends. Do this, change the offset from the top and bottom edge. Let's just leave it like that right now. But I want to make a new sketch, but I don't want it to be on the opposite face of this part. I don't want to cut all the way through. So I'm going to create a work plane. I'm going to click on the top surface of this part, hold and drag down. Let's make it 3/8 of an inch, negative number, to go down into the block. And now I can create a new sketch on that work plane. If I start sketching here, it's going to be hidden from me. So if you hit F7 on your keyboard, it will cut that so you can see what you're doing. Let's put a slot here. I'm just making these things up as I go. Let's dimension this slot. There we go. Now that slot is hidden down inside this part. If I need to see it, I can go up here to View, Half Section View. That cuts the part on that plane. But I've got one sketch up on the top of the part. I've got the other sketch hidden down inside. And now when I loft between the two, notice what it wants to do here. I have the edges of the part have been included as my geometry. But if I just move my mouse inside here, now I can select that inner profile that I want. come over here, click to add because I need to go to a new selection. Since I know right where that profile is in there, I can click on that sketch. Be sure I am set to cut again. Say OK, and now I have that transition from the rectangle on top to that slot shape down halfway through the part. Let's edit that sketch just to see if I make the dimension smaller there. Then it shrinks in and updates that loft as we go. Turn off that work plane, and there is our finished loft. One more thing that we can do, let's just delete that one, stick with this block, get rid of that sketch. Now let's put a sketch on top of the part. Put a rectangle back up here. I'll throw some dimensions up here quickly. All right, there I have a sketch on top of the part, and let's put one on this front face as well. Let's make a rectangle down here. Again, add some constraints. We'll put it centered, give it a dimension. Length there. Now I have a rectangle on the top and a rectangle on that front face, and I can loft between those two. Cut, and it goes through that block, joining one shape to the other. Let's do one more thing with a new part. I'm just going to start with another quick extrusion. And this time, I'm going to create a sketch that touches the edge of my part. Give it some dimensions. Going to constrain center point, midpoint of the edge of the rectangle to the midpoint of that side. Finish this sketch. Let's start a new sketch on this side. I'm going to project geometry and get these two endpoints right here. Now, start on one of those endpoints, constrain with a coincident constraint to the other one. Add a dimension here. Let's make that 2 inches. We'll take it all the way down to the bottom edge of the part. Now when I finish that sketch and loft between the two, again, I have to go to cut. There we go, and it will cut right up to the edge of that part. Make it look like we want. Just be sure that your second sketch lines up with your first sketch so that they are the same width. That covers the basics of cutting with Loft. Anything else that you see in here, we're going to get into in future videos. We're going to get into all of these options here in the rails, conditions, transitions. So stick around, continue in this playlist. In the next video, we're going to go into a little bit more detail of how we use the sections here. The section is the profile that we select to begin and end our loft shape. And look at how to be sure we get exactly what we want, especially if there are extra lines in here, geometry that we do or don't want to select to become part of our loft. We will dig into that in the next video, and here is the link to that one, as well as a link back to the whole playlist. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.